Greetings, my name is Jay, and welcome to my Legend of Zelda 3-Heart Challenge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So far what we've done is gather 7 of the 8 pieces of Triforce, and now we're going to be working our way to getting the last piece of Triforce before the Ganon run. And Silver Arrow run, basically. So I'm going to be splitting the level 8 into 2 parts. The first part gathering the magic key and replenishing any used potions after getting the key. So I have full potions to go and defeat the boss in the second part and get the last piece of Triforce before doing the final dungeon. Yeah, so there is 2 treasures in the... I'm just gonna slowly work my way over and try and replenish all of my money. That's why I'm going to be killing all the monsters on the screen. But there's going to be 2 treasures in this dungeon, but I'm not actually going to be picking up both of them. One of them is the magic key, which just gives you unlimited keys, which I am going to be picking up as I stated. And the other one is the magic book. The magic book does... What it does is... whenever you hit things with your wand, it's an upgrade to the wand. Whenever you hit things with the wand, it bursts into flames. And if the monster is still standing in the same area, depending on their speed, it will deal them an extra damage. And also light up any dark rooms that you're in, which can be kind of useful. But with 3 hearts, you can damage yourself, especially if you attack something close to you like this. And foolishly keep on walking forward as you do it. Or even sometimes it just kind of hits them and it's kind of like halfway hitting you and halfway hitting the enemy that you just hit, which in turn damages you, so not gonna risk it, not gonna pick it up. Okay, so the entrance to the dungeon is just over here on this. You just have to use the candle in order to burn this tree down right here. And that's where the entrance is. Just gonna finish killing these guys here. Hopefully drop some money. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the magic book is over to the left. I'm not going to be going that way, but I do need a key in order to get to the magic key. I need a couple of them actually. So I'm going to be getting the key in this room. And one of the annoying rooms, 2 rooms from now, is the blue darknuts. So the blue darknuts, easiest way to take them out with, let me just reset him so he's not so close to the door. There we go. Fuck. Hopefully I can kill him with another one. Nope. What a waste. Okay, so actually what I'm gonna do before I get back is just open that up, replenish my heart, because that boss doesn't actually reset itself whenever you exit and enter back into the dungeon, so that I have full hearts and bombs for the blue darknuts. So yeah, there's actually a trick with the blue darknuts, as I was saying just a moment ago. So what you're gonna want to do is, like, if they're facing and walking left, right, for example, on the screen, what you're gonna want to do is, oh, nice, didn't have to go too far. What you're gonna want to do is, here, I'll demonstrate on these statues. If this is the monster and it's going left, right like this, what you're gonna want to do is drop a bomb on it, like this, either facing up or down. And then if you're still facing up or down, you can walk away from it, or just stay like this and hope that it doesn't turn towards you. Then it will do damage. If you hear an audible, like, chunk sound, the sound effect for damage against them, you've done damage. If you see them flash and you don't hear that, you haven't done any damage. One thing that you cannot do, you can try this 16 times in a row and it will not work against blue darknuts. You just see them flash and nothing will happen. It's moving, this one right here in front of me, it's moving left, right like this, and you face it, and you drop a bomb and you walk away from it. You could try that 16 times in a row and it will not do any damage to them. You have to be facing the perpendicular facing in order to, damn it, actually do any damage to them. Okay, hopefully these rabbits drop a heart. Probably no such luck. Oh, there's one. Come on, damn. Alright, well, let's try our luck. Alright, so yeah, so you're gonna want to, like, that, and see how you heard the audible click? And that's basically how you're gonna want to damage them. I'm just gonna heal myself. And if they change facing, then you won't do any damage to them, which is annoying. Best, obviously, clump them together, which can work in your favor. Whoops, that was my fault. I'm just gonna try and concentrate on... I ran for the heart, but I was like, wait, I don't actually need it. And you need one bomb. See, that didn't do anything. Because he changes facing. I really don't want to use 2 potions here. Perfect. Okay, so I got 4 bombs to use. 3... Okay, so, I did just get a key, but there's a key over to, the left, so I'm just going to be, clearing out this room to get that key. Just take out, whoops. 3 for $2 isn't too terrible. Okay, yeah, so just gonna kill the guys in here. Hopefully some of these mummies would give me some bombs, maybe not. Okay, you can go up. The boss in that room, which is a spider, doesn't give you anything. It just unlocks a room, which is useless, and leads to the room just up here. And it wastes a key, which I don't want to do. So just gonna equip this bomb for the next room. Actually, I'm going to kill everything in this room first. Sorry, I thought I was one room ahead of this. In this room, if you're about to be hit by a dark nut or any of the monsters, what you can do is hit these bubbles and they make you invulnerable. Whenever Link is flashing, you cannot be hit by the monsters in this room. It's just a trick that you can use to try to cheat the system. Just beware, you can't swipe with your sword whenever you're in that mode, but you can still use your secondary item while you're stunned. Nice, full hearts. And I still have 1 potion left? 1 potion left. Okay, so gonna just try and kill these guys with range. Stupid auto-tracking. Come on. There we go. Okay, just this guy. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so you're going to want to create a door in this next room on the north wall. Just ignore the darknuts now, because they're basically, you're going to need to kill them later, and it doesn't really matter. This guy just gives you money. Since I only have 1 bomb, I'm not going to worry about it. And now I'm just going to kill the spider, and you have to hit the blue ones 3 times. You cannot block the spider's magic ball with your magic shield, but you can block the statues, and hopefully I can get this guy without dealing any damage to myself. Yeah, kind of cheap. I'm just staying in this room. Perfect. Okay, so over here is the where the magic key is. So, and you know what? I'm gonna show you an interesting glitch. Any room that has more than one monster, whenever the room loads, it keeps track of how many monsters are in the room, but it doesn't actually keep track of which monsters are in the room. It will say, okay, this room has 4 monsters, and it has the bunnies, the reds, and the blues. And if I walk out, it'll come back in, and its algorithm will actually load bunnies as a priority, and one of them will load. So, yeah, if you really want to milk the system, you can just do that. I'm just gonna grab this heart. And yeah, this will work over and over and over again, and it works with any room where it has more than one type of monster, in order to to make any room easier that you want. Having difficulty with a room, it's a good tactic. Oh, there we go. I don't even... this room, it's not necessary really to do it, because you can just stay on the other side and shoot through the blocks and use them as protection, and they're not completely, there's no obstacles or anything like that, like magic fire balls or whatever you want to call them, to avoid, so it's not as much of a hazard, but it is a neat trick that you can do that a lot of people don't actually notice or know about. Okay, up is a bunch of red darknuts, the red knights. I'm not going to bother killing them. You know what? I'm going to try and just kill this guy with one. Nope. Fuck it. Okay, hopefully I can get out of here without dying. Oh, I thought the enemies in that room reloaded. Whoa, they did in this room though. Right, because I went past 4 rooms. Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, okay. So since these guys loaded, maybe they'll give me a heart. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so that'll help my survivability for getting out. I could just kill myself and walk out, but I'm not going to. Okay, so there we go. As you see, this guy never reloads. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is replace my 1 potion, find some money, some bombs, and yeah, so it shouldn't take too long. Just probably hang out in this green forest. Probably the best strike zone in order to get the equipment that I need. So we can do the triforce run in the next level. Oh, there's 4 bombs. Oops, wrong direction. No more obsessive beeping. As you can see, now that I have the master key, an A shows up as the amount of keys, which just means all. I'm not sure why they put an A there instead of... I guess it's just because it's alphanumeric. Whoa! Being careless here. I guess just because it's easier to do alphanumeric instead of a little infinity symbol in there. In fact, I don't even know if an infinity symbol would even fit in there, if the Nintendo even knows what that is. I'm sure you could make it, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna work my way over to the fountain to the left. Where is everybody? There we go. So we have half of our bombs, but not all of our hearts. Just work down. You probably don't need to go to the fountain anymore, considering, oh, I don't need that. There's no bombs to be had on these enemies. I guess I could work my way over to the brown forest to be advantageous to get the money anyway, so... Oh. So yeah, the end boss of level 8 is a four-headed dragon, so that's going to be entertaining. Oh, while we're here, we should just grab the potion, because I have a blue one. Yeah, a blue one. Yeah, it's a four-headed dragon. Still going to use the same pattern as I did with the other two-headed dragon. Or, yeah, the one-headed dragon, and, work in a box-like motion on the side, avoiding the, fireballs from the dragon heads, and, hoping that none of them hit us. It's gonna be entertaining to try that out. Looking forward to it. Basically, we're gonna have to do the blue darknut room again, so that's why I'm being adamant about replacing my bombs, because that one blue darknut room where you saw the doorway over to the right blocked, you have to kill all the blue darknuts in that room in order to progress to the room over to the left, and it has a warp over beside, almost directly beside the boss of the dungeon. So basically, passing that passing those two rooms, and I don't need bombs at the end of it. So with 16 bombs, should be doable. Just gonna need some good hits. Okay, 4 more bombs needed. Just gonna need some good hits, basically, and hope that the blue darknuts don't randomly decide to change the direction that they're walking. I think that's what I dislike the most about that enemy is how they're semi-random, but they're also semi-tracking. It just makes them hard. It makes it hard to judge what they're gonna do, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm just really talking about it because it's what's adding a new element of challenge where they weren't necessarily as challenging if you play with full hearts. Okay, there we go. So that's the last bomb, and I'm just going to grab that with the boomerang in case it disappears. Yeah, so I'm going to, let's see, I have $40. I'm gonna kill a couple more of these screens of monsters. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna kill myself here. Okay, so I'm just gonna kill Link and end the video there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.